Have you ever heard of the theory of constraints? It's an idea introduced by Eli Goldratt in 1984, suggesting that to make a process go better, you need to identify the bottlenecks and improve or eliminate them. And often, even small improvements to these bottlenecks can lead to big results. During the process of creating and delivering new products, test is often perceived to be a bottleneck that prevents the product from getting to market faster. Of course, it can be frustrating for development teams to have great product ideas, but then run into issues with testing, which does make tests seem like a bottleneck. But the good news is it doesn't have to be that way. Although you can't eliminate test, you can improve it, and you can even use test to add significant value to your products. Doing this is critical for many companies that want to be competitive in today's market. But how do you do it? I suggest that you can do this by focusing on three things: systems, data, and processes. First, let's talk about systems. Many companies create very custom one-off test systems to test new products and features that they've never tested before. This is often where the difficulties begin. Cobbling together a bunch of disparate components to create a tester may seem like a good idea initially, but not only is it expensive in the long term, it also adds significantly to the time pressures you're already feeling, mainly because you have to build everything from scratch every single time. If you standardize how you build testers, reusing the same frameworks and components, you can build testers faster and reduce the cost of having them running over time. Companies I've worked with have saved over 70% on upfront development time and over 60% on time devoted to maintenance, which, by the way, can be a big problem for one-off testers and should always be factored in when you're creating a new system. Standardizing on system software is another really important factor that can save you big in the long run. Software that helps you automate the repetitive tasks in your workflow, track your assets, and give you notifications on things like calibration or if a line or tester is down, that can be a game changer. Also, as products change and improve, the test system along with the test software usually changes with it. Changing and updating software on a single machine isn't too bad, but if you have to update dozens or even hundreds, that can be a really big deal. With the right software, I've seen companies go from 30 minutes to update a single system to 3 minutes for an entire line. Talk about eliminating bottlenecks and constraints. Next, let's look at your data. The primary output of your test system, well, it's data, and it's not just any data. It may just be the most valuable data at your company. It tells you how your products perform or how they don't perform. So what you do with this data is pretty important to the success of the products that you're creating. To take full advantage of it, you need to standardize on how you manage your data, analyze it, and share it with the rest of the organization. With a common structure and format for your data, you can automate the process of using it and deliver insights faster. During validation, you can quickly find the opportunities for improvement and make product iterations go faster, collaborating more closely with your product design teams. During production, you can more quickly discover any correlations between failures in the field and products that originally passed but may have needed more testing because it was right on the limit. The ability to react and correct problems faster contributes to the success of not only your company, but also the success of your customers. Last, let's look at processes. The reality is that processes can be, well, very boring, but if you want to maximize efficiency, boring is really what you want. Standardizing your processes by using standard tools makes everything run much smoother. When everyone is using the same systems for data management, the same development tools, and the same systems for monitoring and tracking performance, then everything becomes a lot faster. Consider this. When processes are designed using standardized technology and systems, a test team can walk up to any machine anywhere, troubleshoot any issues, and get them resolved faster, getting things back to boring as quickly as possible. When you have standardized systems, standard ways of collecting, storing, and sharing data, and standard processes, you'll find that test is not a bottleneck or a constraint. Instead, it's a valuable step in the process that helps you create quality, high-performance products faster, adding value to your customers and to your business.